Welcome to This Day in Real Estate. The topic this day comes from the chapter Federal and State Laws Pertaining to Real Estate. For many families, the purchase of a home is the largest single investment they will make during their lifetime. The federal government and all state governments have enacted laws to ensure that the public interest in real estate is adequately protected. This unit highlights some of the laws most important to the Florida real estate practitioner. Licensees should study these laws to make certain they comply with these laws in order to better serve the public. So the first section in the book we will look at is the Federal Fair Housing Law. Civil Rights Act of 1866 prohibits any type of discrimination based on race in any real estate transaction, sale or rental, without exception. This law is still enforced today. A suit can be filed in the federal court under the 1866 Civil Rights Act. The court may award actual monetary damages and punitive damages for racial discrimination. And the next page we'll look at is another act. It's the Act of 1968, the Fair Housing Act. Is contained in Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 includes amendments prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, and national origin when selling or renting residential property. The law covers residential dwellings and apartments, single family and multifamily, as well as vacant land acquired for the purpose of constructing residential dwellings. The Act prohibits discrimination in sales, leasing, and advertising, sales or rental, financing, and brokerage services. And the next amendment would be the Fair Housing Act of 1988. Congress amended the Fair Housing Act of 1968 to include two additional protective classes, familiarity status and handicap status. The Fair Housing Act is amended prohibited discrimination in sales, leasing, the advertising of sales and rentals, and financing and brokerage services. Today, the Fair Housing Act includes 7 protective classes: race, color, religion, sex, handicap status, familiarity status, and national origin. So, the questions we have in order to remember these are: the federal statute that prohibits a private homeowner from discriminating strictly on the basis of race if selling, renting, or leasing is the 1868 Civil Rights Act. And circle the corresponding letter to indicate the protective classes under the Fair Housing Act as amended that we went over. Familiar status is the first one, religion and national origin. That's the 7 classes. So we will look at the page that is the 7 classes, and it is familiar status, race, sex, handicap status, color, religion, and national origin. That's F for familiar status, R for race, S for sex, H for handicap status, C for color, R for religion, and N for national origin. And the Equal Housing or Opportunity poster is the poster that must be displayed at real estate offices and other businesses involved in the housing industry. So, in order to remember this, we will look at the F is R, S, H, C, R, and the last one N. F is for familiar status, R is for race, sex is for handicap status, C is for colors, R is for religion, and N is for national origin, as we can see there on the 7 protective classes. And the last question we have is the equal housing opportunity poster must be displayed at real estate offices and other businesses involved in the housing industry. My hope that this will help you with your real estate career, or someone you may know, in passing the pre-licensing or state licensing tests. And if you're not interested in the real estate business, you can use these questions to help you with your buying or selling of your home. For most, this is the largest investment in their lifetime.